For years, you've been told that building wealth requires a detailed budget. You have to track every coffee, every subscription, every single dollar. But what if that's the very thing holding you back? What if the reason you feel stuck and stressed about money isn't your spending, but the rigid system you're using to control it? Here's a little secret. Most wealthy people don't build fortunes by counting pennies. They use a powerful, almost anti-budgeting approach that's all about automation and big picture wins. It's a philosophy built for the world we actually live in, a world that is dynamic and always changing. Traditional budgeting, on the other hand, is stiff and static. It's a relic of a different time. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact framework to manage your money like a CEO, not a bookkeeper, so you can build serious wealth without the guilt and grind of traditional budgeting. We are going beyond budgeting, and by the end, you'll have a clear, actionable plan to take back control and start building real financial freedom. Section 1. The Budgeting Trap. Let's be honest. Does the word budget make you think of freedom and empowerment? Or does it sound more like restriction, failure, and stress? For most of us, starting a budget is like starting a crash diet. It's exciting for about a week. You track everything, you cut back with a vengeance, and you feel totally in control. But soon, the grind wears you down. The constant tracking feels tedious. A small, unplanned purchase brings a wave of guilt. And just like a yo-yo diet, you fall off the wagon, feel defeated, and land right back where you started, only now with an extra layer of financial shame. It's no surprise that a recent survey showed over half of people trying to manage their money say overspending is their biggest challenge, even with budgeting tools. But here's the thing, the problem isn't your lack of willpower. The problem is the system itself. Traditional budgeting is fundamentally flawed for two big reasons. First, it's built on a mindset of scarcity. It forces you to focus on what you need to cut, what you need to restrict, and what you have to give up. This scarcity mindset suffocates your ability to think about growth and opportunity. All your mental energy gets wasted agonizing over a $5 latte, instead of figuring out how to add $500 to your income. Second, traditional budgets are rigid in a world that's anything but. They are a static snapshot for a dynamic life. An unexpected car repair, a last-minute trip, or a sudden change in income can blow up a rigid budget, making the whole thing feel pointless. This locks you in a reactive cycle of spending and saving, a financial treadmill where you're always just trying to catch up. The most forward-thinking businesses and individuals have started moving on, and it's time you did too. Section 2. The Solution, the Beyond Budgeting Philosophy. So, what's the alternative? It's a philosophy I call beyond budgeting, an approach that shifts your focus from pinching pennies to strategically directing your cash flow. This isn't about having no plan. It's about having a smarter, more resilient one. It's about thinking like the CEO of your money, not the bookkeeper. This concept is adapted from a framework used by some of the world's most agile and successful companies to navigate uncertainty. They realized that rigid, top-down annual budgets were killing innovation and slowing them down. So they shifted to a model based on empowerment, trust, and dynamic planning, principles that are just as powerful for your personal finances. The core idea is simple. Stop managing expenses and start directing your cash flow. Instead of a budget, which is a static guess of what you think you'll spend, cash flow management is the dynamic process of deciding where your money goes as it comes in. This approach frees you from the tyranny of tracking every minor expense and lets you focus your energy on the big rocks, the major decisions that actually move the needle. It's a shift from a mindset of restriction to one of intentional growth. It's about taking ownership of your financial life using real-time information, not being chained to outdated rules. This isn't about letting your spending run wild. It's about creating a system so robust that your wealth building happens on autopilot, giving you the freedom to spend the rest of your money completely guilt-free. Let's break down how to build it. Section 3. The 4 pillars of the anti-budgeting system. This entire philosophy rests on 4 pillars. When you put them together, they create a powerful, automated system for wealth creation that makes old-school budgeting obsolete. Pillar 1. The automated wealth engine. This is the most critical pillar. And it's a supercharged version of the classic pay yourself first rule. The secret of the wealthy isn't more willpower, it's better systems. They're more obsessed with their savings rate than their spending. The goal is to build a system where you save and invest before you even get the chance to spend. Here's how it works. You literally reverse the flow of your money. Instead of your paycheck landing in your checking account to be spent, with the leftovers hopefully getting saved, your income first goes to fund your future self. You'll set up automated transfers for the day you get paid, specific percentage of your gross income, and if you're serious about building wealth, a target of 20 to 25% is a powerful goal. It's automatically pulled from your paycheck into your wealth-building accounts. This isn't just one savings account. You're funding an entire ecosystem. 1. Your 401k or other workplace retirement plan to get the full company match. 2. Your Roth IRA for that sweet tax-free growth. 3. A brokerage account for other long-term investments. 4. Specific savings buckets for big goals, like a down payment or your next big vacation. By automating this, saving and investing become your default, an unconscious habit, not a daily decision. The money for your future is already put to work before you can even think about spending it. This one move is the most powerful thing you can do to build wealth. Pillar 2. Conscious cash flow planning. Now that your wealth engine is on autopilot, we can turn to your expenses. But we're not going to track them. We're going to strategize them. This is the difference between being an accountant and being a CEO. First, you get a bird's eye view of your finances. This means mapping out every source of income, your salary, side hustles, investment returns, to understand what resources you're really working with. Next, instead of policing tiny purchases, you focus on your 3 biggest expense categories: housing, transportation, and food. Optimizing these big rocks has a much bigger impact than skipping a daily coffee. Can you negotiate your rent, refinance your mortgage, opt for a more reliable, fuel-efficient car, plan your meals for the week? Answering these big questions once can save you thousands every year, freeing up massive amounts of cash flow. This pillar is also about strategic analysis. Instead of just cutting costs, you look for ways to spend smarter. Are there expenses you can pay for with a pre-tax account, like an HSA? Can you time a large purchase to line up with a bonus? It's about making your money work for you, which is far more effective than just spending less. This high-level plan takes the place of a granular, line-by-line budget. If you're already feeling a sense of relief just thinking about ditching the spreadsheet, imagine how good it will feel to put this into practice. This is about building a life where you're not constantly stressing about money. To make sure you don't miss future videos on how to optimize these pillars, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's automate your financial education, starting right now. Pillar 3. The guilt-free spending system. Okay, this is where the real fun begins. After you've automatically funded your wealth engine and covered your big, predictable life expenses, the money left in your checking account is yours to spend. No guilt, no stress, no second guessing. This is your guilt-free spending money. Want to buy that expensive coffee? Go for it. See a new gadget you want to try? No problem. Feel like splurging on a nice dinner? Enjoy every bite. You can do it all with complete peace of mind because you know with absolute certainty that your most important financial goals have already been handled. You took care of your future first. This pillar is all about trust and empowerment over micromanagement. You're trusting yourself to spend responsibly within the smart boundaries you've already created. This crushes financial guilt, one of the most destructive emotions for long-term success. It frees up an incredible amount of mental bandwidth that you were wasting on tiny financial debates. Instead of arguing with yourself over a $5 purchase, your mind is now free to think about bigger things: your career, your business, your next big move. This is how you shift from a scarcity mindset to one of true abundance and freedom. Pillar 4. dynamic strategy, and adaptation. The final pillar is what truly takes you beyond budgeting. Life isn't static, so why should your financial plan be? A traditional budget is often obsolete the moment it's made, but this system is designed to be agile and adapt with you. This means you embrace a rhythm of review and adaptation. Instead of a fixed annual budget, you operate with a rolling forecast. Once a quarter, or maybe every 6 months, you hold a CEO meeting with yourself. You'll review your automated savings, look at your cash flow, and adjust your plan based on what's changed in your life. Did you get a raise? Fantastic! Automate a higher savings rate. Planning a big life event like a wedding or buying a home. Start modeling different scenarios to see how your cash flow will be impacted. This approach allows for dynamic resource allocation. If the market takes a dip, you might decide to funnel more cash into your investments to buy great assets on sale. You're anticipating a drop in income, you might decide to beef up your emergency fund. You're making smart decisions based on today's reality, not an outdated plan. This pillar also involves setting adaptive relative goals instead of rigid fixed targets. Instead of saying, I will save $12,000 this year, a relative goal is I will save 20% of my income. The second goal automatically flexes whether your income goes up or down, making it far more resilient and motivating. This is how you build a financial system that doesn't just survive, but thrives in an uncertain world. So let's recap the anti-budgeting framework. You stop counting pennies and start making powerful strategic moves. You build a 4-pillar system. 1. The automated wealth engine. You automatically pay yourself first, making wealth building a seamless habit. 2. Conscious cash flow planning. You focus on optimizing the big-ticket items and thinking like a financial strategist. 3. The guilt-free spending system. You spend what's left with total freedom, knowing your future is secure. 4. Dynamic strategy and adaptation. You constantly review and adjust your plan, staying agile in a world that never stops changing. This is the fundamental shift from a scarcity mindset of restriction to an abundance mindset of strategic growth. This is how you stop being a slave to a spreadsheet and start becoming the CEO of your own financial life. It's not about restriction, it's about intentionality. It's not about what you have to give up, it's about what you stand to gain. Control, confidence, and ultimately, your freedom. And before you go, don't forget to watch my next video on the 3 biggest wealth-destroying habits that even smart people fall for. You'll find the link right on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.